AB, we've talked so much about your ability to impact the game in other ways besides scoring. And you obviously did a lot of scoring in Maui. I'm just curious, did you go into the tournament with, maybe a mindset of being more aggressive, looking for your shot, or is it just something that kind of came within the flow of the games?
Um, I knew the teams were gonna be playing there were gonna be high level, and the pace in the game was gonna be high level game. So I kind of came in a little more aggressive than I have been the rest of the season. But at the end of the day, it was just taking what the defense gives us, and my teammates trusting me, and getting me the ball, and telling me be confident and play. So I came in a little more aggressive, but it was just the same thing really.
And, how does a performance like that on that kind of stage help, your confidence individually? And then how do you feel like the team is looking and feeling after that?
Um, I mean, individually, it just shows that I can do what the team needs me to do. Some nights it's going to be score. Some nights I'm going to need to facilitate. Sometimes it might be a little bit of both. And I think the team's always kind of been pretty confident, but just two big wins like that, and then the third game, it kind of helps show us what type of team we are, and how good we can be if we lock in and do all the little things a little bit better.
Bob?
Hey, Anthony. 26 in back-to-back games in high-level competition. Did you surprise yourself at all? We obviously know you're a really good player, but 52, and yeah, I guess you led all the great players earlier. I think you had the highest scoring average.
Yeah.
Did you expect to score that well?
I just come into the game trying to do what the team needs to do. So throughout the flow of the game, I kind of figure out what they need me to do. So I was just getting good looks. Teammates are setting me up, and I didn't really surprise myself. I kind of know, like, whenever the team needs me to score, I'm gonna score and be aggressive in those big games. So it wasn't really a surprise. It was more just my teammates trusting in me and just helping me get easy looks.
Well, one basket you didn't hit was that one at the end of regulation, and Kamani said on the radio that he told you guys, "Hey, take the shot with a little bit of time left. Give me a chance to get in there." What'd you think of that play he made? And was that in the back of your mind? If I miss this, Kamani might stick it back.
It was game saving play, big play. He hadn't really played a lot the whole tournament, but he kept a good mindset and came in and made a huge play. So, going to the rim, Kamani in the game, it's kind of a little bit of a safety valve because, if there's time, he could possibly get the rebound. So shot went up, it kind of felt a little off, so I kept going, but Kamani got that board, and it was big for us.
And then we saw Nick on the bench. He was pretty active. I guess his knee must be feeling a little bit better, but how would you say Nick's doing? I'm sure he's anxious to play, but how would you say he's doing? And how would you say you guys have done without him? You've done pretty well, it looks like.
I mean, that's really up to Nick, to be honest, but he's high in spirit. He's been a good teammate for us. And we just try to continue to play hard without him, even though we miss him and we know how much better he makes us. But yeah, that's all up to him. I can't really tell you. I don't really know how he's feeling, but I just know he's super high in spirit and he's being a real good teammate.
And then you guys, 3 games in 3 days, high level games, long trip home. Are you guys going to be ready for Monday? I know you're young and everything, but how do you feel about, I guess, coming off the high of that experience and then getting back into the regular season?
Um, I mean, we're a little banged up across the board, pretty tired from those 3 games, but we're gonna do the best we can to prepare for sure on Monday, and just get the right combination of practice and rest. And I think after that we'll be ready to play on Monday.
Okay, thank you. I might have a couple more, but I'll turn it back to Mike. Thank you.
Scotty?
I don't know if there's a whole lot left to ask, but I'll go with, like, what are some of, like, your overarching takeaways just from the team as a whole over those 3 games? Like, what did you learn about the guys?
I think we showed great toughness in the fight. I think at one point in the Crane game we were down 12, and then that San Diego State game we were down. So we just battled all weekend, really. It's tough to play 3 games back to back to back. And we had guys playing a lot of minutes consistently. So we just I just saw a lot of fight from the team, and we really came together. We were all pulling for each other, and we all just wanted to win. So, I mean, we were pretty tough this weekend, and we battled all weekend.
I think you mentioned a couple weeks ago that you've maybe never been defended like you are now. I'm curious how you've adjusted to that, or what adjustments you've made to, I guess, have the scoring games that you've had recently.
Well, Coach Musk just told me really just shoot the ball, stop thinking about it, and just play with a little more confidence. And then once I started doing that, they couldn't really guard me that way. So it kind of opened up the game for me. And like those games where they're guarding me like that, it was hard for me to just do whatever. So once I shot the ball, I started opening it up and making the game easier for me.
Last thing, I think Trevin got in some foul trouble in that first game, probably pretty frustrating. But the 2 second halves in the last 2 games, he was like a different level. What did you see from Trevin? What did he give you guys when he was on the floor?
Just what we know he can do. Shot the ball well, blocked shots at a pretty high level, rebounded, defended, despite being in foul trouble. I mean, he's a special talent. He just showed that this weekend. I think if he would have stayed out of foul trouble, his numbers would have been a little bit higher than they even were. But we really just saw the Trevin we know, and he really just rose to the occasion in the big games.
Any other questions for Anthony?
Yeah, I had one more if it's okay. We saw Ricky, I guess, Wednesday night, and he was 0 for 7, missed a dunk. You're thinking, man, he played 40 minutes last night. He doesn't have his legs. He's spent. And then he ends up hitting 6 out of 12 and scoring 19 or whatever it was. What'd you think of how he kind of battled through some adversity, wasn't having a good game, and then he just kind of, got back to playing the way he had been?
I mean, Ricky's one of our best shot makers, so we kind of just told him keep shooting, keep being aggressive, and we needed him to keep being aggressive that game, to be honest. And they just started falling, so that's what we knew was going to happen as long as he was still aggressive. And I mean, he was really big for us down the stretch. Like, we really went to him a lot, and he answered. So he really just did that all weekend. So it was just a big tournament for him.
And did you guys sleep all the way on that 10-hour flight or whatever it was? And did you guys sleep when you got home, or what was that like back and jet lag?
I mean, the sleeping arrangement was a little off on the plane, but I probably woke up like 5 or 6 times. But other than that, we were all trying to sleep. We were tired.
Yeah. Are you feeling okay now physically?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Physically, yeah. Still just a little bit tired though.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, John.